at the end of the day, you got to know that you have a gift inside of you. Everything that you want to be, that you envision, all of the dreams, the goals, it's already in you. You just have to know that, like, you can bring it out. He said, you matter, right? We matter. You are a person of importance, right? You're a person of importance, but you got to know how powerful you are. Sometimes we let the world determine, we let the family determine, we let people around us tell us about who we are. And that's not us. We are powerful. You are powerful beyond measure. That was the message. I dropped that in the chat for you, Drew. So it's there. But go back to some of those old ETs, right? He puts out new content constantly, but some of his oldies are the goodies, right? When he was just in his basement recording that, right? When he was just in his basement, when he didn't have all the followers, he's still giving you the messages, sharing with you the things that you need to know to take your life to that next level. So do some of those things today. Stand in front of that mirror. Say how powerful you are. Speak life into yourself. Speak life over yourself. Again, it says in scripture, life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? Speak life over you. Speak life over your situation. These are the things we got to remember. Take our lives to where we want to go. Our text of 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. Number 95 says the world class pursues power to manifest their dreams. They pursue the power, right? That word is powerful. You got to understand how powerful you are as a person, how much power you possess, how much is sitting inside of you to go off and design the life that you want and manifest your dreams and make the things of life happen. We only get one life. We don't get to do this again. So whatever it is that you want to make happen, you got to pursue the power. You got to bring that power out of you to go make that happen. Here's what it says in the book. It says, average people have no idea how powerful they can be. The masses tend to believe that only the rich and famous have power. Professional performers have a clear understanding of their personal power, as well as their power to influence, inspire, motivate, and persuade other people. The world class wants to become more powerful for the purpose of expanding their influence. Amateurs who develop or acquire power can be lethal weapons. If you want to see the true character of a man, give him power. Power tends to bring forth the innate nature of a person, much like alcohol does. Feed some people a few drinks too many, they become belligerent and mean. Power has the same effect. On the other hand, grant power to the pros, and they will use it for good. The response to power stimulus stems from character. Champions use power to help themselves and to help other people without becoming attached or addicted. The great ones know all power is temporary. The only purpose it serves is to help and liberate people. Only the great can possess power and not abuse it. While the masses tend to view powerful people as evil, arrogant, and greedy, the world class knows it's how power is used that makes it good or bad. The ego-driven upper class tends to use power as a tool for manipulation. The spirit-driven world class uses the same power to help set themselves and other people free. Power in the hands of egocentric leaders is dangerous. Power in the hands of the great ones is what's responsible for the growth and success of civilization. You have to know that when you have this power, when you bring this power out of you, ladies and gentlemen, that it's going to show your character. It's going to show who you are. Very similar to how we talk about money, right? Money is just a tool. Money is neither good nor bad. Money is not evil. Not everybody that has money is evil. Money is a tool. It brings out of you more of who you are. If you are not a good person already, low morals, low values, and you have money, it's going to make you a worse person. If you are already a good person, you have great values, great morals, great integrity, always have a heart for helping people, and you have more money, you become a billionaire, you then will become a better person. Why? Because you have the ability to influence more people. It's the same thing with power. It's the same thing with this personal power that we possess. If you already have some character issues, let's work through those. Let's work through the character issues. Let's work through the integrity. Let's work through the values. Let's build our faith so that we can work through and have God perfect us in our character. And then when we have the power, we are doing the right things with it. We are influencing people for good. We are helping more people. We are using that power that we have to continue to move our societies forward, to continue to help people. But just know we all possess this power. You just have to bring it out of you. You have to speak it over yourself, just like E.T. said, right? You got to stand in that mirror and you got to speak it out. You have a set of skills. We all have a set of skills that only you have. You just have to bring it out. This is what I believe parenting is about, right? I believe, again, my daughter's young, she's 5, right? But I believe good parenting, what it does is it identifies your children's gifts and skills before they can. If you are paying attention to them, you can identify this is a God-given gift. This is something that God gave you that other people don't have. And then you help them nurture that gift. You help them find their personal power. You help them find innately what is right, what is good about them and what God gave them. And you nurture that. That's what I believe parenting is about, right? We didn't always get that. We didn't always get our skills identified, our talents identified. Is it that you were a kind person as a child? Did you always want to give? Did you always, right? Did you have a special talent in something? If you can find those things in a child, right, it'll raise them into the people that they're called to be. We just have to do that as adults for ourselves. If nobody's doing that for you, if you don't have a mentor or a coach or somebody in your life pointing out the things that you're good at and saying, hey, I noticed that you're amazing at this part. Maybe you have to do that for yourself. I see Dana on the screen, so I used to always tell Dana, and I still tell Dana this. The reason why she's going to win in business because she's good with people. I noticed that very early. People like her. She likes people. She's good at talking to people. People remember her. She just said she walks down the street. She goes to a certain part of town. She walks down the street. She's always got somebody saying, Dana, turning around, looking at her. She's good with people. I would always tell her, hey, the reason why you're going to win here in business is because you're good with people. Because people love you, because you love people. That's identifying a gift. Not everybody has that. You know, the amount of people that walk around saying, I don't like people, right? There's a ton of people out there that are just like, I don't even like people. I'm not good with people. They say it. They speak it over themselves. Dana's the opposite. You need to find out and identify your gifts, your talents. That's what gives you the power to go off and pursue your dreams, to pursue the things that you want to make happen. So you got to know, you have a set of skills. You got to pull them out. You got to find out exactly what you're made of, what the skills are that you have, that God gave you, that somebody else doesn't have. Identify those things by testing a lot of things, by trying, by experiencing more things. That's the only way we get to know who we are. It's by actually going out and doing new things. If you just do the same things that you know over and over and over again, you're never going to be able to identify what God has in you, what he's put in you in order to get to where you want to go. You just know what you know. And we don't want to, a lot of times we don't like change, or we don't like trying, or we don't like failing, or whatever it is. We don't like going through that process. But that's how we get to that place. That's how we get to that place. Again, know that the power that you have, you use it for good. It creates good things in the world. It says the world class wants to become more powerful for the purpose of expanding their influence. If you have a message to give to the world, if you have a vision of how to change the world or change your community or give back to people, people need to hear that. That means you need to grow your influence. That means you need to find this power inside of you to grow your influence. Because like E.T. said, you matter. You have to know that. You have to know that, like, whatever you have in your heart, whatever visions you have, that matters. That matters to the world. It matters to your family. But you have to develop the power to go after that. We can't have low self-esteem. We can't think lowly of ourselves, right? We have to know that we can go produce that. We can have that power. So I want you guys to take this in today and really take the time to develop and identify your gifts, your strength, your power. It says here in this quote, you all have powers you've never dreamed of. You can do things you never thought you can do. There are no limitations in what you can do except the limitations on your own mind as to what you cannot do. Don't think you cannot, think you can. The only limitations you have are the limitations you place on your own mind. You have the power to do everything that you want, anything that you want. Sure, it might come with identifying a different skill set. Sure, it might come with you being challenged a bit more or learning something new or getting uncomfortable. That's what comes with it. But just understand you have the power to do all the things that you want to do. No limitations. You're welcome, Dana. Right? That's what we got to go out and learn. That's what we got to go out and know. The action step for today says, ask this critical thinking question. Do I wield my power from an ego or spirit-based consciousness? Make a conscious effort not to abuse people with your power, right? We're not getting to this place of power to abuse the power, to manipulate people, to get our way. That's not what we're doing. That's from an ego place. That's from a place of our ego. But from a place of our spirit, right? That means the good values, the good integrity, the things that we're going to do are helping others, are feeding us, are fulfilling us. We're using from our spirit consciousness. It says, remember, the abuse of power is manifestation of the ego in action. If you make the shift to spirit-based consciousness, this elevated level of vibration will keep you focused on using your power for the greater good of all. This habit of operating from the spirit-based consciousness also creates feelings of love and abundance that lead you to believe in your limitless potential, as well as the limitless potential of others. This phenomenon occurs when your spirit is vibrating at the same frequency as the force that created the universe. It's like tuning into a radio station. The sound only gets clear when you tune into the frequency of the radio signal. Remember, this spirit-based consciousness creates a feeling of love and abundance. That's what you want to feel. That's what you want to feel. You want to feel when you are tapping into that power source, what you have inside you, you will feel love and abundance. Understand, that's the spirit side. The ego side is just power for the sake of manipulation, for the sake of getting your way. But the habit of operating from spirit-based consciousness creates that love and abundance that allows you to believe in your limitless potential. And that's what you should all know. Your potential is limitless. You can do anything. You've got to make sure that you are speaking this over yourself every single day, ladies and gentlemen. Pull out that power. Dive deep. Learn your potential. Understand your talents and your skills and the thing that innately is you, that is inside you, and then go produce the power to give that to the world, to manifest that and give that to the world so you can go out and pursue your dreams. It's going to be a good week, guys. It's a good way to start the week. It's Monday, right? Let's go out there. Let's do something that makes you uncomfortable. Do something that pushes you into a new space. Do something that pulls that power out of you. Go speak that in the mirror right now after we get off this call. If you're still at home or in your car, look in the mirror and say it to yourself, right? But start speaking these things out. Start tapping in to this power that you have and watch your life change. Remember, these are all the things that we're doing on this call to change our thinking so we can change our life. If we change our perspective, our perception on certain things, it will change our life. It'll change what we experience. Start speaking these things out. Know that you matter. Just like Eric Thomas said, know that you matter. You're important. If you're living below your level of, right, like who you believe you are, you're living below your potential. It's time to break out of that. It's time to give back to the world. It's time to try, push yourself, get uncomfortable. Go support somebody. Go add value to somebody's life. Go serve somebody. Right? That's what raises us up. But go out there and do those things. Focus on these things. Don't just think about your day-to-day, your mundane life, right? Be conscious of what it is that you have to pull out of yourself in order to go create the life that you want. Love you guys. You deserve to win. Your families deserve to win. Your kids deserve to win, right? The people around you deserve to see a different life, but it probably starts with you. You know, Ed Milet always talks about the one, right? The one person in their family shows up and becomes the one that changes the family's last name, changes the destiny, gets people to think differently around them, shows people that it's possible. Because you guys are on this call, you're the one. You're the one in your family. You're the one that's going to step up and say, you know what? I see things differently. Whatever we've experienced as a family, as a culture, as a society, right? We're going to change that because we're going to think differently about this thing, but we got to do the work. That's all it is. We got to do the work. It's a fine line between average and successful. That fine line are these little daily things, knowing that you have power, speaking it out over yourself every single day. Make sure you're doing those things because, again, it's too crowded down here at the bottom, guys. It's time to get to the top of this thing. So enjoy your Monday. We'll come back around on Wednesday and make this thing happen. Invite some people out. Let them know that, hey, you're getting a good word. You need to come and jump on and take this 30 minutes and get your day started the right way. Go out there and change your life so we can design the life that we want. So I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.